Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to be showing you once again how to make 500k as fast as possible on FC25. So if you're new around here and you need a ton of coins, or you just want to buy a new Future Stars player, then you are in the right place. And all you've got to do to say thank you is drop a like down below and subscribe. Of course, if you are new around here, make sure to return. And if you do want to buy some coins, well, do you want the best team in FC25? Yeah, baby! Do you want to be able to buy players like this or this and not be stuck with a team like this? Oh! Then you need to head over to skycoach.gg, select the amount of coins or which weekend league boost you'd like. Make sure to pop in Pro Recall at checkout and enjoy your new team. So first of all, for those of you who have no coins, there's a few simple things you can do to make a ton. You've got the Born Legend and Rising Star in every icon. So this one here and this one here. You've got the opportunity to turn untradeable bronze rares and silver rares into coins. Now, if you head over to your upgrade, you'll find a daily bronze and daily silver challenge. You can use these to go ahead and get those completed incredibly free. Basically, I say incredibly free as if everything is more free than free, but it's going to be free for you. And you can use the bronze and silver daily upgrade in order to complete every single one of these completely free. So essentially every day they're going to contribute towards these. Now, if you have bronzes and silvers already, you can do it yourself. And if you actually have a look at how many we've got right now, we have a total of 9 icons, which means you're going to be looking at about 45,000 coins that you can make from this. Now, that is if all of them are fairly good. On a worst case scenario, you're looking at about 20 to 30,000 coins. Each set can bring, I'd say, a maximum of 5k unless you get a promo card, which is possible. And then obviously it's a lot more. If you get a card that is typically silver or typically common, you'll be able to get them in those packs. Now, what you want to do with those coins when you've got them is put them in marquee matchups to give yourself a nice little builder. Marquee matchup is usually about a 25k SBC. You'll return 25k, whatever you put in minus that off. So if it costs you 10k to do, it's 15k for free. Now, luckily with the Future Stars promo, we have an entire section of icons and promo cards that we can use on a lower and higher end to make a ton of coins. First of all, off the bat, of course, Future Stars at around 12,750, you're going to have a few. If we go down to around what, 11,500, you've still got a few of these cards here. Now, even off of this, you'd usually be able to do some form of trading because they go for as low as 10,750. Now, unfortunately, you've got quite a few there at that 11,500. You can snipe at 11k, as you can see, but it's going to go pretty damn fast. It's very hard to get a chance at the absolute minimum because you've got people like bots, you've got actual people who will be sitting there for a very long time. But as you can see, I'm so good at it that we've managed to go and get one. So if I was to sell that for, let's say, for example, 11,750, EA tax is 10% half, so it's 5%. That was a convoluted way of saying it. It's basically going to be on 11k around, I think, like 550 coins. So we make like 200 there. It's not bad. It's not amazing. There wasn't many cards at 11,500, so we're going to try and squeeze him at 12. Means we'll make 400 coins profit there. Now, what is good is that we can pretty much add little filters to this. I'm just looking right now on FUT.GG at the cards we've got. Of course, we can add Premier League off the bat. So first of all, we've got a couple options. So first of all, let's go Prem. So initially, there's nothing at 20k. At 26, you're going to get yourself Bradley. Then you've got yourselves, there's an evoable Spurs card who's just gone absolutely crazy in price. So he would have been around here. We've then got João Gomez, very, very similar price there. And I think the Spurs player who was released, I want to say on Sunday, Bergval, he's gone up a little bit because of this Evo that you can put him in. But we've got these Prem players off the bat, really, really easy to snipe these guys. 25k for Bradley here, 21k for Bradley here. That is, oh, come on. It loaded as if I'd won the snipe there. That was a lovely, lovely little snipe I thought we'd got. So, oh, wow, we would have made a lot of profit there. So we're probably looking at picking him up at 22 or below. That'd be the aim for this one. Probably selling him at 24 or a little bit higher. It does seem like there's a lot of him popping up. I'm really gutted that we missed that 21. I really felt like we were a shoo-in for that. It felt like we deserved the profit there, but you know what it is sometimes. Now, obviously, with Premier League, Future Stars, obviously, with the cap we've had a look at there, you've got 3 players underneath it. João Gomez, Bradley, and then we've also got the likes of a little bit higher Bergville. Now, what we can do is we can pop this straight to just centre mids. It's going to exclude Bradley. You're going to be looking at mostly Gomez, and then you've got Bergville, who's a little bit higher. I think right now he's actually shot up a little bit more. So the reason being because he does, like I said, have quite a nice Evo. Now, we can initially work with João Gomez. Unfortunately, the next step up with Future Stars is a huge jump. You don't really have an in-between. So we can actually work on the icons, but then it it is quite far up. So that 30k would have been lovely. He goes for about, I'd say, just over 33 in most cases. You can see here 33, 33, 33, 33, 32s and a bit. So I would say we can sell him at 34. EA tax is obviously 5%, so we do 10% and half it. So 3.4 is half. It's about 1.7, I think. So you'd go down to 32. You're making 300 coins. Obviously not enough when you're paying 30. I would say actually 31,250 is probably a good mark to be at. Oh, and we found a Bergville at 11k, and he's the player that you're not really expecting to get on this filter. And then we've got a João Gomez at 31. So that is actually a really, really good snipe. Obviously, João Gomez will knock him up for that 34. We're losing 1.7 to EA tax, which means if we sell him at here, we lose 1.7, which brings us down to here. So we've just made 1,250 off the card. So that is actually a very good first snipe. I'm actually going to sell it at 337.50. It's a K profit, but it just means it's going to sell a little bit quicker. But that is a very, very good first snipe. It seems like a few of these are popping up now, so we want to be careful. We want to make sure they are still actually a snipe. Seems like they are. So we're just going to compare price off this one, see if anything lower comes up. It's always good to check. If you see too many good snipes coming up at once, sometimes it can be too good to be true. As you can see, they're gone now, so we know, cool, that's not too good to be true. We'll take another one. And we'll get that listed quickly, and we're going to move on. But that is obviously a lovely, lovely start to that filter. We can see very, very quickly that that works very, very well. So I'll go once again. We can do 33,500 on that one. We just want to get them gone as quickly as possible. Now, the next step up, unfortunately, is going to be Future Stars Icon. Now, the problem is, if we go over to Future Stars Icon, I just want to go on FootGG to kind of talk you guys through it. If you have a look at, on Friday, the releases, which is obviously when we got Future Stars, on the Future Stars icons, obviously we have a fair few of them. You've got Yashin, you've got Gucha, Charlton Cruyff. Bobby Moore is 170k, Xabi Alonso is 295k, and Larson is 50k. So you have such a big difference in terms of your pricing, which is just a bit disappointing. Now, what we can do, which I think is quite fun, is we can use Lavia. We can go special, and go Belgium and midfielder and Premier League. Now, who does that bring up? It brings up Hazard, it brings up Doku, it brings up Hazard, it brings up Doku, and it will also bring us up Lavia, as you can see here. So it's a nice filter. We can exclude Doku's inform. We'll just go minimum of 100k. I think that should do it. Let's just price up 130, so that's still got Doku. Where's Doku's max? I think Doku's max might be 100k. Let's just have a look, see if we've got him. Yeah, so 130k is where his max is. So if we pop that there, we've got nothing coming up. And then if we pop this up a little bit higher, you're going to see at 432, you've got Doku's lower card coming in, you've got Hazard's card coming in, and Lavia is obviously a little bit more expensive. I know it would be nicer to get Lavia in a little bit of a different way, but unfortunately that's the best way we can really get that card in. The other closest way to get him in would be to go Premier League. We can go Future Stars. Obviously we're going to have to pop the Future Stars in, and then it's a little bit of an odd one, but if we go minimum of 300, maximum of, I think Lavia goes for 407 right now. So obviously here we're getting these guys. Okay, so for some reason João Gomez has his card maxed up there. But what we can do is if we go to 410, you can see these guys here. We obviously need to remove that João Gomez because that just shouldn't be there. If we go to 390 here, obviously be cautious that João Gomez is coming up there. Lavia goes for 410k. EA tax is going to be about 20, so you kind of want to probably go to 470. Be mindful that João Gomez can come up, so you're going to have to be wary. If a sniper comes up, don't immediately go for it. Make sure it is Lavia, or make sure it's Euro, because that's the other card that can come up at this price. Make sure that it isn't João Gomez, because that is a wild card that you absolutely do not want to be picking up. Now, of course, the next kind of filter that we can go for in terms of values and things like that, it is going to be the Future Stars icon. Now, with that one, you've got the lower end of Larson, you've got Moore, and then we do have more Yashin and Xabi Alonso, who aren't near each other in price, but they aren't miles away from each other. So I'm just going to check. Larson goes up to 130k, so we can go 131 there. If we bring this up to 171, Bobby Moore, that is a good little filter. Now we've got, of course, Bobby Moore, not too much further above, we've got Xabi Alonso. So actually, if Bobby Moore goes for 175, in theory, it's like 180. So EA tax on 180 is going to be about 10k. So if we can pick up a Bobby Moore for 165 or lower, we're looking at a nice sort of 5-6k profit per card. I also absolutely love this card and will be buying it for a video that I am doing in the background. We've got a few bits done for that I am very, very excited to get in front of you guys. But unfortunately, he's not, you know, I wish we had a Sunderland legend on the game, but he's the closest thing to a legend related to me because my name is basically Bobby Moore. My name's Rob Moore. So pretty crazy lineup of defensive stats there. And what we're going to do is we realistically just pop it down to 165 and we can literally just riff off as much as we want. And any card that comes up is going to be a buy. Xabi Alonso comes up, you are absolutely laughing. Bobby Moore comes up, depending on what he comes up for. If it is 165, it's a nice sort of 6k profit. You do 10 of them in an hour, you've got a 60k. You do, I think, 13 or 14 in an hour, you got nearly 100k. So really, honestly, not a bad way to go. It might be 15 or 16 actually to get 100k, but still, you get the gist. It's a very easy way. Snipe 16 cards and get 100k is like crazy, especially in an hour. If you work out the average of how much you need to snipe, it, you know, every 4 minutes, 16 times 4, yeah, it's about right. Every 4 minutes you'd have to get a snipe. That gives you a really, really good rate of missing snipes. You can not really be on the ball too much and still walk away with an absolute ton of profit, which realistically is exactly what you want, especially if you are like me right now, a little bit tired. Now our next stop is going to surprisingly be Team of the Years, because on the lower end we've got, of course, our Burger. We've obviously got Martinez as well, both of them sitting, I mean, 160k is a crazy number for her because you would think it would be lower. Martinez, I'm surprised at his cost as well. He's actually quite expensive for what he is. Apparently he's not very good in game. Obviously everyone who wanted a keeper got Casillas. I don't know why they wouldn't. He was pretty much a bargain. So 170k here with Burger, with the option also for getting Martinez on the filter. It's a no-brainer. You can knock this down quite easily. So you're looking at 170k. Obviously 10% is 17. Half that, it's basically 8.5k. I think 8.5k is right for that one. So you'd kind of want to go 155. So you're making 6 or 7k profit per snipe. Obviously, really easy one. Going to work all year round. What is beneficial for the Burgers and the Martinezes of the world is even if they are deemed unusable in game, because they are currently the highest rated or the only fodder of their rating, they are actually worth going for. We've just missed a snipe that would have got us about 17, 18k. I was looking at the camera and not the screen, so I'm going to use that as my excuse. But that was a very good snipe, so I'm a little bit disappointed we missed that. Would have been a banging one to get, especially on the video. But you can see very, very quickly, this is an easy filter to use. And Burger comes up quite a lot. Now, the other thing that comes up quite a lot is vids on this channel, because we record every day, we post every day, and all you've got to do to say thank you is subscribe.